Hi, everyone. My name is Andrea Hutchison, and I have a guest speaker with me today. Her name is Stacy. She has been with Paparazzi since 2013, August, and she's so excited to share with me and with you guys about groups and how she has built such a big customer base. And she's making or selling around 350 pieces every week. So that's a lot of money coming in. So I'm excited to see all of her tips, and we'll be able to show you on the screen, and she'll be talking while I'm showing you her VIP group. So, Stacy, I'm excited that you're here. So, tell us a bit about you.
I'm 21. I'm in my last year of college, so that's really exciting.
Yes.
My real goal is to be a stay-at-home mom, but I'm going to college to be a teacher, so we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, my VIP group, it's pretty rocking every day. I do weekly parties. I don't have, how would you say that? My customers don't have parties for me. It's all me. I guess that's how you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she basically does all with her VIP customers. She doesn't do many Facebook parties like we usually do with events, but she is always posting and being consistent in her group. So,
Let's see. I don't know. Ask me something.
Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys so that you can see her VIP group. She usually let me share my screen. She usually posts there every, what days are they? Monday. Every Monday she posts a new album.
Yep. And then, yeah, instead of just sharing the album for people to see it, I ask in my group who would like to be tagged in the album. So in the comments, you'll see hundreds of people's names. Those are the people who would like to shop. So then you're getting people who want to shop, and you're not just sharing it with people who don't really care.
Yeah, and whenever somebody asks her about do a party, because you're gonna have customers that are gonna ask about parties and how they can earn free items. She usually, well, let me let her talk. So, what do you usually do when somebody asks you to do a party?
If somebody wants me to do a party, I create an event. They can invite their friends. Nothing happens in the event other than that I post the link to my group. Everybody's invited to the group because so many items are sold there. The hostess is going to get so much more free. It's just very beneficial, builds customer base. And if it's their choice to be in there, so they're the one clicking the link, she's going to add them.
Yes. So I know how did you started this? Because I know that you used to do events, and I mean you have been with the company for 2 years now, and she's a producer. She has new team members added to her team because of her VIP group. They're seeing that she's selling.
Right.
So, they're interested about making more money because of the way that she does it, and she teaches her team to do the same thing. So
yeah, I train my team the exact same way, the model, I guess you could say, that I use the albums, and it works out pretty well. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I know. I guess I was off doing for other people, but through mystery hostess parties, things like that, I learned that I can make a lot more doing things myself, and it's not for everybody. Doing it yourself is a lot of work. I mean, you have to build your customer base yourself. It takes a lot of creative thinking to get customers to do different things for you to help you build your base. It's actually a lot of work, and if you're up for it, it's really good because you're going to make a lot of money, a lot of new customers. You're going to have repeating customers, but you need to be up for the challenge.
So whenever you started this, what year was that? Was it this year that you started your VIP group?
Yeah. Well, I would say like March-ish. I stopped doing parties March, February, and I decided it was enough. And that's when groups were becoming the new thing to have. So I decided to make a group because the event just wasn't working for some reason. And from then on, everybody got in there, and it's been building up ever since.
Okay, so and how do you find your customers? How do you get so many? Like she has, let me look at her page. She has around 2,431 members in her group. So how do you get so many people to your group?
I've done a couple different things. One of them is the garage sale pages. Those are easy. You post the ad with your link. They can join for a party. The other things I've done is one of my favorites is a customer scavenger hunt. I have a graphic, and you're looking for people. So somebody that owns a Ford Taurus, somebody that owns, I don't know, somebody that's a teacher, somebody that has brown hair, and my customers share this graphic to their timeline, and then they collect this list of people. I bring them back to my group. And in the group, they can win a prize or something for bringing these people in, and then getting more people. And then I also have my customers post the same ad that I use onto their timelines every once in a while. So it says something like, hey, invited to a $5 jewelry party, makes great Christmas gifts, etc. And then you can join the link here, and all their friends come. So they're not forcing them to the group. Their friends are adding themselves willingly.
Okay. And do you have any issues? I know that your group is closed, so usually people are going to find your group. But what about those spams that are asking to join your group? Do you get a lot of spam people joining your groups?
I think yes, but I think it's easy to weed them out since it says like their join date, like how long ago they joined Facebook. And sometimes every once in a while one will slip through and post something, but then they get removed right away. So
Right.
I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad.
Okay. Have you had any of your friends' customers, I mean, your customers' friends, have they, the accent thing? You got to deal with me. So I'm trying to think in English and Spanish, and it's all going in my head. So, so your customers, have you ever had any issues with their friends, complaining about your posting or how much you post? Or
No, not
are there
usually. Actually, no, not really. I think actually some people, when they're added to the group, their notification for groups are already where they aren't getting them, so they don't get them anyway. And sometimes they want to get them, and they don't realize that they're actually in the group until something shows up on the timeline or something like that. I haven't had any complaints. I think it's important to keep it friendly and not just business, business all the way down. So let them know that you're a real person. It's okay to interact with you, and they'll more than likely interact with you back.
So basically, whenever I started, like I was telling Stacy on the phone, whenever I started in 2012, August, there was no Facebook parties. There was no way to learn how to deal with social media and everything. So I started a group, and that's why I call it my VIP group or my online store, and which I added people there just the way that she did it. I invited people. I posted in garage sales if anybody wanted to be added, and that's how you gain customers. And also from their friends, you're going to gain customers as well. But you have to be consistent. I know that looking at her group, it says that she has rules, and she usually tells them that invoices have to be paid 24 hours. If not, it's going to be canceled. Do you have any issues with that, with people not paying in time, or do they let you know that they need more days, or what do you do when?
Most do. Usually, since I send invoices out on Wednesday, a lot of people want to pay on Friday, and that's fine. But then when Saturday rolls around, anything that's not paid for is just canceled, because I do reminders on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for each invoice that's left over. So they do have reminders for them. So, I mean, it's no big deal. When Saturday rolls around, they didn't pay, gone, poof. Jewelry goes back, and then maybe I'll repost sale it.
Right. And do you usually, tag people, or do you remind them through a message?
I tag them. I'll just say this is a list of unpaid invoices I have. So then most people just like the reminder because they'll forget about it. If I invoice on Wednesday and they don't get paid till Friday, that's a pretty long period of time. And yeah, I just find that works better. So then they can let me know right away that they paid. I can check and we just move along.
Right. So invoices are sent on Wednesday. Packages are sent on Mondays. And do you usually post the albums on Mondays as well?
Yes, I update them and then I just, I guess, go through them, see what's sold, delete it, add new pieces, and then bump it back up to the top by tagging my shoppers who would like to be tagged.
So you usually have one album only?
Right.
With all the pieces?
And it's, if you look at it, it's sorted by color and category. It's going to get better. Right now it's a little messy, but it is sorted by color and category, so then they can just scroll through if they want to see red necklaces, red bracelets, something like that.
So you organize them by color and by, by anything. So I like it better by color.
Yeah, instead of doing multiple albums, one for each category of jewelry, I just have one. So then I'm not constantly having to share 7 different albums and organize 7 different things. So right now it's all in one.
And you let them know your schedule as well, because you're going to school, you have your boyfriend, and you have to take care of your house and you have to take care of your stuff.
Right. So I do make hours. And since I'm done with the semester, my hours will change back to full days, whatever I decide. But yeah, during school, I can't really do anything. So I am closed during that period. But I think it's very important for everybody to have some sort of business schedule, even if you're not always doing parties or you're always doing Facebook things. You really need to have a schedule so that your customers know when you are able to be reached and to be talked to.
Man, like a women.
Well, there is times, I have a lot of team members that they're always bothered when customers try to reach them at wrong periods of the day when they're with their family. Make hours and let people know that you're available during that time.
What about, have you had any issues with people, you send invoices through PayPal and what if, I have had customers, because I do them as well, and I have had customers that say, oh, I never got the package. And you're like, well, I have a tracking number,
That's my favorite. That happens to me every week. That's so fun. But yeah, my rule is that after it leaves my hands, the only thing I can do is provide a tracking number. Because if I am to call the post office to do something about their package, I can't, because it's personal information with their address, things like that. They won't let me file a claim, anything like that. So what I do is provide the tracking number and have them call their local post office. If the package gets lost somewhere other than their local post office, just call anyway, track the package, and ask for a GPS location, and they're going to be the people with the most information, because I don't follow the mail truck. I guess that's what I always tell them.
Right. What about, have you ever got anybody that says, well, I call and I don't, they say that they deliver the package, but I never got it.
Right. And then they can file a claim then, since their package was delivered, but they never got it. And that's what the carrier's GPS is for, because they'll GPS exactly where they dropped off your package.
Right.
So if somebody has stolen your package or it, I don't know, became missing from your mailbox for some reason, you can file a claim for that reason, even if it's already been delivered. So I find that's really helpful, because that does happen in some areas.
Oh, I had so many people that said, I never got the package. So I had to do a claim. So I see, everybody knows me because I do back office parties. So I use Paparazzi inventory. So you use your own inventory. But what about, I see that you'll also do like, oh, I'm putting an order in. And then do you usually post new items on your VIP group?
That's my favorite way to make money. I call those pre-orders, and what I'll do is I'll make a collage of what a back office, and then they can choose whatever ones they want. And then when I go to order, if it's still there, I'll order it for them. And then when it comes in, they can pay. And then another thing I do that I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but so most people only have one piece. So if somebody else comments sold on it, I will order another one for them the following week. So that way, because they did want that piece, so since they still want it, I'll order another one for them the following week, and it's almost guaranteed extra sales every week. It's just another way for you to guarantee some sales.
Oh yeah, and I know Stacy got into the Life of the Party bronze, and the way that she's dealing with her VIP group, I'm seriously thinking she's gonna get gold next year. So
yeah,
I know that's my goal.
So. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So anyway, and I know she's going to conventions, so you can stalk her there.
I'm also going to Cabo,
she's gonna be
so you'll see me on the beach.
I know. Okay, so let's keep talking about the VIP group. So how do you introduce the pre-orders to them? Like, I'm wondering, how do you,
that's a good question.
Tell them how was it going to work?
That's a good question. I think it just, I don't even know when that started. I don't know if I even explained it or if it was just like, hey, I'm going to order this. Do you want any? Kind of thing. But now I think a lot of people just catch on to it since the word pre is in it. I mean, a pre-order for the following week. And I don't know. I guess people just kind of catch on. I don't find myself explaining a lot of things in my group. I don't know if it's just easy to catch on to or if people just know what I mean, but I think it would be kind of difficult to explain if I had to.
Yeah. So what about you? Like, I know that you get paid through PayPal because you have your debit card, which is amazing.
Yeah.
He has a PayPal debit card, so if you don't have a PayPal debit card, you need to get one.
Yeah. And
the other thing that I know that I'm dealing with, how do you, like, when you do pre-orders, because you're supposed to be posting every time new items come out and people are, pre-ordering, do you just go ahead and put an order in that day, or what days do you put your pre-orders order?
Well, it depends on if I see the item as a hot seller, I guess. I do budget all of my PayPal money, so pretty much every cent has a place. So what I do is I budget for inventory, and then I budget for shipping, for groceries, blah, 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 blah. And then I have an extra budget for pre-order pieces. So if something happens to come out that I need 700 of, I will have the funds to get that. And I try to keep building that every week. So I have, I just create a large amount of income that I can save in my PayPal account or save in some accounts. So if something does come out and I absolutely have to have it, I have the funds to purchase it. And I think it's really important to put money away for that reason, because you never know what's going to come out or when it's going to come out and how much you need of it.
Oh, absolutely. So if you don't mind me asking, I know that you sell around 350 pieces a week. How much is your budget for those pre-orders?
Well, you can see I have a lot of jewelry behind me. So it depends on how much I make every week. I don't know. I understand numbers in my mind. I'm a numbers person, so I always write it all down. So like this week I'll do a $600 order just in ordering. And then probably like $217 for shipping. I just have all these numbers memorized. And then my groceries, blah, 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 blah. And then whatever is left over, I'll just mentally take what I need from it, because I do want to keep a set amount in my account. So really anything over that is my fun money that I can be used for orders. And to do this, I think it really helps new consultants or even seasoned consultants to know what they want to spend their money on. So that's why I recommend, I always tell my girls that they need to make a budget of what they want paparazzi to pay for, so that they know how much they need to sell. And then from that, they can add on extra money if they wanted to start doing pre-orders, or if they wanted to take their family somewhere, something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, they totally need a budget. So like, you know, I mean, you have around how many pieces do you know how many pieces do you have?
I have no idea. This is just like my small little display that probably has like 300 necklaces on it. And then over on the other side of the room, there's more, probably close to 800 to 1,000 pieces in stock. And that
Okay.
doesn't seem like a lot, but doing Facebook parties is always coming in and out, in and out. It's hard to build when you're
Oh,
selling so much.
oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. So what about do you do any other do you only focus on your VIP group for selling or do you do any basket parties or home
No, I don't
parties?
do anything else but my VIP group because of college. Actually, it's just I go to school in Wisconsin. I live in Iowa, so I drive from Iowa to Wisconsin every day, and it's 70 miles one way. So that takes a lot of my time.
Oh,
And then when I'm at school, I obviously can't do anything. And then when I get home, I'm too tired to do anything else. So Facebook was really the go-to for me, just because I don't have
yeah.
time for anything else.
And like I tell my team members, I mean, you need to try things, but you need to become an expert
Mhm.
into one of those. So in this case, Stacy is an expert with her VIP group and selling online. In my case, I actually do consider me an expert on Facebook
Yeah.
parties. I do I do home parties, I do basket party, I do events. I actually have an event today that I gotta go to. But it's because I'm a full-time with paparazzi. I don't work any other
Yeah.
jobs. I don't go to school like she's doing. I used to whenever in 2012 I was going to school, and I still do this. And you just have to be consistent, and you have to keep working on it. And your customer base, it's not just gonna grow overnight
Mm-mm.
if you're just starting. And
It takes a lot of
absolutely,
time.
and you have to build your inventory because without inventory you cannot sell anything.
Yeah. The
You
more
cannot
inventory you
offer pieces.
Yeah, the more inventory you have, the more likely you'll sell more. So it's really helpful to build on your inventory. If you just have 100 pieces every week, that's all you're going to be able to sell.
Yeah. And what I see that your albums, one of them has 300 pieces. So do you only post 300 pieces
Well,
on one
I guess the
album?
thing is that some pieces I have 20, 30, 40 of. So that's why it only says 300. I mean, not everything is
Okay.
in there, but I do have multiples of a lot of them. So some,
Right.
I mean, a couple pre-orders, I'll do even 17 of just one item
I
for people.
know.
So it does get a little
So
crazy, but yeah,
what are your best items that you sell? Is it the blockbusters?
no, no, not really. Actually, the pink ribbon necklace is the blockbuster that I could sell a lot of, but I feel like the Alex and Annie inspired bracelets sold a
Hmm.
billion of those. I think I have one.
Yeah.
So,
What else do you post on your VIP group? Do you introduce your life into your customers?
of course,
Or do you tell them what you're cooking or what
yep,
you're wearing
every
today?
day. Every day. I actually use my crock pot every day, so that's a conversation that comes up weekly, sometimes more than once. They like to see what I'm cooking. I like to share recipes. I like to share my life. I like to share pictures. It's important that they know you're a person too, because some groups are very, look at
Oh
this piece of jewelry, look at this piece of jewelry. And I'm like, hey, guess what I
yeah,
did today? Guess what I got on
yeah. I
sale?
mean, and I think that's where many people are messing up. They're not connecting with their customers.
Yeah.
They're not being personal. They're not sharing their experiences with them, including what paparazzi is doing for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we win a trip, we have to share that. If we, make so much, I know that you share how much you make,
I do,
at
and I
every
think
party.
that's a good selling point, I guess, for people to see what is possible for paparazzi.
Yeah.
Because I have girls that just want to create a savings account for their child for college, and I have other girls who want to do this full time, or they just want something on the side. So it's easy for them to see how much you can make and how easy it is to make whatever their goal is.
Oh yeah. And you got, how many team members have you gotten from your VIP group?
A ton. I don't know. Pretty much like all of them.
I know. She's a producer.
I think that's a great selling point is in your VIP group because they're going to see what you're doing in there and they're going to see how easy it is,
I know.
how much you sell to even just one person. I mean, one person will buy 25, 30 pieces every week in my group just because they love it so much. And it's easy for them to see that because it's all right there, all out in the open for them to see.
Oh, yeah. And, many people ask me, how do you build your team members? I mean, how do you get so many team members? But it's because of the online. I mean, that's the only way I have gotten team members because of my parties. Hostesses, customers are seeing that I'm selling, and it sells so easy. So it's not like you're having a product that is like $30 or $40 and they have to spend so much money. It's only $5, and money adds up really quick. So
it does add up very quick. You wouldn't think it would, but it does.
Yeah, it does. So I'm excited. This is so awesome. Anything that you want to add that you recommend that you're having issues with or that you really love about your VIP group?
I always recommend the tagging that I do, just asking who would like to be tagged because it's important not to shove it on everybody because not everybody is ready. I mean, they're not ready for the $5 jewelry. Maybe they don't want to get addicted yet. I don't know. But some people just aren't ready for the stuff that it takes to purchase. So maybe they just want to look through the album. It's important to see who your customers are and who's looking at your posts and how you can continually build on that. So by asking who would like to be tagged to shop, it really shows me like these are the people who would like to see my jewelry this week. And I can pick out pieces for them that they would like. And I think it really helps me just as a consultant too.
Exactly. You're looking after your customers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at your VIP group. I'm sorry I'm stalking your VIP group right now. But I also see that you take your own pictures,
sometimes.
Because they don't, I feel like you shouldn't take. I feel like you shouldn't take so much time, looking for that picture.
I don't have that kind of time. So I'm just like, I'll just snap a picture right now. And then I don't have to look through all the stock photo groups, Google it. I just don't have that kind of time. So it's just easier for me to snap a quick picture.
So do you have a paper that says, okay, I need to tag all of these customers? That way you're organized and know who you need to tag?
Yeah, I try. I have like the note thing up on my laptop, and then I can just put their name in there and what they need, and then just go down my list because I always tell them that there's people in front of you and behind you. So it's important to wait your turn because I do get a flood of messages every day, probably 30 messages a day. And sometimes I get really behind. So making a list really helps because then I know what order I need to go in and where I need to go from there.
And as I'm thinking, what about the hostess rewards? Do you let anybody win anything? Do you give out prizes? What do you do?
I do the punch cards. So I keep track of that. And then in their invoice, I just let them know, hey, you have this many free items. And then, yay, they can use them whenever they want. And I just take it off their next invoice. So, yeah, that's how I do that. And usually they're in charge of keeping track of how many they have. I mean, I just tell them, hey, look, you earned 2 free this time, or you earned 1 free from the last couple weeks.
Right.
And they keep track of the number they have. I think I just count on the little honesty scale. Like, you think you have one, use it.
I know. Some people, yeah. So, yeah, it's like, I know. Like, I think one time I was selling, every time I mail packages, I put like a coupon in there, and I forgot to put the name, and I already sent them the coupon. And I feel like she was telling me like 2 or 3 times that I needed to send her a free piece. And I only sent her 1 coupon. So I was like, okay, just leave it up to you if you're really honest, but I agree. So do you do any games on your groups?
Not usually. You don't have time for that kind of stuff.
So no games? How boring.
I guess I'm boring. I don't know.
Like once in a while, you do like a giveaway or
Right, I'll
something,
do
right?
like my little scavenger hunt. I think people really get into
Oh
that.
yeah,
That gets a lot of people
that's what I
added.
call it. Yeah. So do you do collages with new pieces, or do you post individual pictures?
Before the Facebook change, I did post them individually, and now just actually I find it a lot easier now since that Facebook change to just make a collage and number them and post it, and it's all in one place. Then I don't have to look through pictures when I'm ordering and see whose
Right.
name's on what.
What program do you use for your
I
pictures
think
or
it's
collages?
PixArt. I think it's on my phone. I use my phone for everything. I don't do anything
Oh,
on my laptop. So yeah, I use my phone for everything.
what about invoices?
Oh,
Do you
well,
do them on your laptop?
I use my laptop to like put the pictures in albums and stuff like that. But other than that, everything's on my phone.
Yeah, I see that you post that, like whenever you get stuff and whenever you're cooking.
I like to cook.
I need to maybe look up your recipes. So, and you post pictures. She posts pictures of herself wearing the jewelry, of course, showing the jewelry, and everybody's like, "Oh, I want that piece!"
Yeah,
because she.
The best way to sell. Hey, I love this.
Oh yeah, so I'm excited. I don't think I have any more questions unless I'll call you now that I have your number if I have any.
Okay.
I'm just teasing, but I really like it. I really like the way that she does it. Like just interact with your customers. I mean, and she sells like 350 pieces. So come on, it's a way to do it, and it's going to take time. It's not going to start right away.
Yeah.
You're going to start selling 350 pieces. It's going to be, it's going to take a while for you to build your customer base. So you have to wait for that, and just apply the tips that she gave you and just make them your own. I mean, she didn't follow anybody.
No.
She just make, the rules up, just like I did. I mean, and then we call it a method or a formula because it works for us, but you don't have to do it the way that she does it. You don't have to do it my own way. So just, just do what works for you. Do you find it really hard to keep up with all the orders that you have to mail out?
Yeah.
I know, because that's one of the reasons I stopped doing my own inventory, because it was so hard to like mailing out 500 pieces is a lot.
It's a lot, and it takes a lot of time. That's why I do invoices. I have a set day for everything. I mean, invoices on Wednesday, then I have all the way till Monday to get those orders packaged. And I finally found something that works for me. I mean, it still takes a lot of time, but using the albums, I guess folders for everybody's items, pulling them up, packaging them, and then putting all the labels, it does take a lot of time. And that's why, that's why I feel like it's good to have a set day for everything. So that way you're not continually always at the post office, waiting in line, So I just do it all in one go. I mean, I go up there with the however many packages I have.
I know, I love it.
Post office lady, and I give her them, and she smiles because she buys jewelry from me too. So.
Oh, that's awesome! Yes, I love it. Like they have to have a car for you because so many.
Yeah, they have to get out like 5 different totes just to take packages.
I know. I feel I give them a free piece. Whenever days come up like Christmas or Mother's Day, I give them a free piece just because they're so nice to me.
Yeah.
One time I had to chase the post office car. I mean, those little. One time because I needed to get that order out, and we live in townhouses, so there's like this mailbox this small.
Oh.
I was like, nothing fits there. I mean, you can schedule for the post office to pick up your packages, but I just like the interaction and going out because I'm in the house all the time.
Yep, I feel you.
Yeah. So it's just so she is very organized. So if you're not an organized person, you need to, do your budget, do your albums, and you have to be consistent, because I see that she posts the day that she says she's going to post the album, and she tags people, because people are not going to see the notification if they're not, their notifications is off, so they're not going to see it. So you just have to keep, being consistent and adding new people to your group, because if you're not, then, how is it gonna work. So anyway, but I'm excited. Thank you so much, Stacy,
You're
for your
welcome.
time, and and thank you for putting up with me and trying to get all of this set up, because it was crazy. We were trying for like an hour.
But we got it. We got it. It's
We
okay.
got it. So we're excited. And so if you have any questions, just comment on the we're gonna upload this to YouTube so she can share it with her team, and she can, because now she's famous. So no, but just comment on the video on the comments below if you have any questions. And but remember that she's really busy, and I am too. So please do not overwhelm with the just follow the tips. And I don't know, who's your sponsor, Stacy? Who's your sponsor?
Melissa Roker.
Okay.
I don't think, yeah. Not sure if she's active. She's like behind the scenes, like doesn't post online type of lady.
Yeah. Well, personally, my sponsor, we started at the same time. So I had to find everything on my own. I had to look into videos. I didn't ask anybody. Like, I just went and looked into the files, and I look into videos, and they have a ton of videos on YouTube. So you can find anything that you need. I even have a website for my team for them to find the information. But if you're thinking that this is just going to fall in your lap and you're going to get money out of the trees, it's not going to happen. Okay. So you have to work hard, and don't depend on people, because this is your business. They didn't sign up with you. You're their business partner. So, they don't need to be holding your hand all the time. So you need to do it on yourself, because that's just worth it. And if you really need the money, you're going to make, anything happen. Everything is going to happen if you really need the money. So, and that's that position I was whenever I started. So I was going to make money, and I was going to do it. So I never thought I was going to have team members. I was just like, I just wanted to sell. So now we have too many, which is awesome. I love you. Mwah. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you, Stacy, for your time.